So you know your brain has a left hemisphere and a right hemisphere. You might have heard that your left side is like a mathematician, all straight lines, numbers, logic, while your right side is like an artist, all about expressing emotion and creating art. But that's not the way it works at all. In reality, the two hemispheres of your brain work together on everything. The only real exception is language, which tends to be said in the left hemisphere of the brain, and movement, which is controlled contralaterally, meaning that the left hemisphere controls the right side of your body, and the right hemisphere controls the left. The idea of an individual left brain or right brain came out only after a few guys named Roger Sperry and Michael Gazzaniga started running experiments on a particular part of the brain that links the hemispheres together called the corpus callosum. The corpus callosum's job is to send messages called action potentials from one hemisphere to the other. Each action potential passes through the fibers of the corpus callosum, which check it out, make sure it's good to go, and send it on its way. Sometimes, though, the system fails, which causes the brain to fire tons of messages randomly across the brain. This excess firing causes seizures, which can be really damaging.
Really?
Yeah, man.
Oops.
If the seizures are bad enough, treatment can call for a slicing of the corpus callosum. Even without your corpus callosum, your brain still knows what's going on thanks to your eyes. Your eyes break down everything you see into your left visual field and your right visual field. This makes them really good at getting visual information to where it needs to be.
Oh, stop.
The backs of your eyes, called your retina, are divided in half, so each eye gets to see half of each field. Your brain is split up so the left visual field from both eyes is sent to your right hemisphere, and the right visual field is sent to your left hemisphere. If we show the brain something in its left visual field, we can be sure it was sent to the right hemisphere, and as long as we show it quickly enough, before the eyes can move, we can be sure the left hemisphere hasn't seen it. Consider a split-brain patient. If you flash a telephone to the language-capable left hemisphere, he'll say,
Telephone.
but if you send it to his right hemisphere, which on its own cannot command language, he'll say he saw nothing. Because by speaking, he'll be using the left hemisphere, which, as far as it's concerned, did in fact see nothing. The twist comes when you ask him to draw what he saw. The right hemisphere knows what it saw, it just can't say the word, because the ability to do so is all the way over in the now unreachable left hemisphere. So when you give him a nonverbal way to answer, his right hemisphere will show you what it knows. If you were to ask him, "Why'd you draw a telephone?" his left hemisphere won't know why, because without the corpus callosum intact, there's no way for the right hemisphere to tell the left exactly what it saw. But the left hemisphere will make something up,
I'm expecting a telephone call.
because it's trying to make sense of what it's seeing with the information that it has. So you don't have a logical left side and a creative right side. That myth isn't really true. Your hemispheres are nearly identical, they just each happen to have their specialties, just like anyone else. And because of that, your brain is able to pull off the most amazing feat of all, making you, you. Think of all the amazing things you do every day. Speaking, walking, high-fiving, dancing, and it's all thanks to your unique brain. Science has come a long way since the first study of the corpus callosum, but there's a lot more to learn, which is why we need you. We need to learn more. There's more to discover, and there's more to know. We've only just scratched the surface of brain science, and there's still so many mysteries out there for you to solve. So go out there and get curious. Science awaits.